This
and
conference will now be recorded.
they both work on images or the graphics you think. The Photoshop is mainly comprises of the raster image things, and the Illustrator is a form of vector imaging. That I'll explain it further. You don't need to worry about it. And the applications used as I mentioned, we will be using Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. And I have shared a link with Saran Vasappa sir. I think you have downloaded that. There is a font folder in that railway. You need to install that for hands-on. We'll be mostly working on Adobe Photoshop for now, and I'll explain the same thing on Illustrator, but I will complete the task on Adobe Photoshop first, so that you'll be able to understand how it goes and what's the workflow that you need to follow. Uh, See, for the first thing you need to cover for the design is the colors. The colors are the main part of the design, and you have to take in account the colors at the very most priority. So for taking for like inspiration, like say if you are new to this designing and all, and you don't have any idea about where to take colors and how to use the colors. Like see, and there are so many colors and you have to choose two or three colors, mostly two or three colors for one design, mostly two or three colors for one design, not more than that. And that should be in an efficient way that all the three colors should look good together. And you can't use two colors that are like more distinguishable and they look ugly together. You use two or three colors, most you can use four, and they all should look good together. One is for background, one is for foreground, and one is for highlighting. Three are the most colors. And for color inspiration, you can go to these three links that I provided: the colorhunt.co, paleton.com, or colors.com. And these three will provide you some color palettes. And the color palettes comprises of the same colors, two or three colors or four colors, whatever color you want. Choose a palette, and you can go on with that. You will get the uh, hexa code or the color code beyond that also. I'll demonstrate you once. Once I go to colors.co, once again, time take some time to go. Yeah, I click generate. See, this is the one color palette that you will see initially. These are the random things that will come onto website, and see, one, two, three, four, five colors that you can use combiningly, and they will look good together. This website is purely based on color palettes only, and it shows you the color palettes that will look good together. You don't need to worry about which colors to choose and which colors do I want to choose for my magazine covers or whatever poster you are designing. This will automatically give you one color scheme, and you will have to follow that scheme. Don't go beyond it. Just choose one palette and stick onto that. Choose one color from palette for background, one color for text, one color for highlighting, and whatever it is, just stick onto the palette only. If you want some other color palettes, then just press spacebar over here. It will swap that. It will randomize that, and it will show you another palette, then another palette, then another palette. This is a very useful resource that you can use for the website. And also for the colors, keep in your mind that what is the mood you are working on. And let's say if you are working on a magazine cover for let's say photography tutorials, so in that you will use some aesthetic color, so that it will match to your theme. You can't simply use any color scheme for the magazine cover or poster or whatever you are designing. It should match the theme of that. Like whatever you are designing, there should be one theme, and onto that you are choosing the color palette. It should look good, and um, it also it also gives impact on the design of the design. And then again, This is Peloton and Color Hunt. This colors and Color Hunt, the first one and the third one, these two will give you some predefined color palettes that you will use. And if you want to use some custom color palettes that you want to design yourself, then you can go to peloton.com. Here you will get a color wheel wherein you can just follow along and you can create your own color palette. See, there's one color scheme, three color scheme that is one way, and three color scheme that is like three way. And here it comes with one, two, and three colors. One color, two color, three color. Here also one color, two color, three color. If you want just one color, then the shades of the color will be shown over here. And also, if you hover over the shade, you can see this 801515. This is the color code that you will be using in your design. See, in Photoshop and Illustrator, you get a field wherein you can put hexacode of the colors so that you can use that and you are more precise to the color. Hexacode are very precise way to use colors and all. So here, one color, three color, again three color, and also four color scheme. Also, if you don't want to use these colors, you can just swap it. You can turn it around and see how the color changes. You can use this palette for your design. So enough about this color palettes. We'll go into Photoshop directly. So Photoshop, it used raster imaging for the image processing and all. Raster imaging you can understand in a way that it uses pixels for the photos. So if you want to zoom into that photo, it will get pixelated. But Photoshop is a very precise way for that. And if you want that your photo is not pixelated while you zooming, that's why we use Adobe Illustrator. It works on vector imaging, and in vector you don't lose any details if you zoom in or if you expand your canvas. I'll let you dive into Photoshop for hands-on. I think you might have received the mail or link of the resource file. There is a fonts folder in that is Railway. You need to install that. Uh, did you guys install it? You can unmute your mic and say that if you installed it or not. If it's not, then please do it. Hello, am I audible?
We have not installed. Can you show us the steps on how to?
Did you get the files?
No, actually.
I request Sarna Basappa sir to save the file, please. I have shared it with him.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I shared your link on WhatsApp.
YouTube link, sir.
No, sorry, I mailed you. Sorry, sarnu@gmail.com, right?
Okay, sir.
I mailed you. Just share the link over here.
That link I need to give it in the chat box, sir.
Yeah. The file, if you want, you can upload it on Drive and just put it over here, or you can just mail it to participants.
Later we'll mail it. Now I
Now they need, I think.
Yeah, they need.
Yeah. Now they need, I think.
Okay. Sir, just a minute, sir. I will just send it.
Yes.
Continue, sir. I will be just sending it.
Okay, while we'll just walk through it. We'll be basically designing this poster or magazine cover. If you see, just kindly unmute your mic, please. Hello. Can you please unmute your mic, please? Yeah, thank you. So we'll be walking, we'll be going through this poster design, and we'll be creating the same exact poster, and you'll see how it goes and how the workflow is in Photoshop. I just created this magazine cover last night for demonstration, and yeah, we'll go through it. Uh, can you please open Photoshop, everyone? Hello, am I audible? Someone is saying my voice is not reaching. Attendee 264. So I expect you have installed Photoshop on your system, and go to new and just create a canvas of A4 size. You'll see it in print section. See here, photo A4. Just create. Yeah. See, while you're designing one thing, you have to take in mind that what's the like current you are following, top to bottom, left to right, or top to bottom, left to right, parallelly. So in the basic designing, we go from top left to top right, then again beyond it, top left to top right, and then left to right, left to right, left to right. Then we reach the bottom right part. We'll start from here. Here you can see one background you can see of the curve thing. So we will recreate this for curve or any if you want to create any shape, you can go with pen tool here, this pen tool. You can alternatively press P on your keyboard to invoke the pen tool and see how we are going to achieve this shape. So here you can see it's going from this part, then again the curve is like taking a bend from this part, and then again it's taking slight bend from this part also. So we'll do it here, one stroke here, and if you want to bend a thing, you just have to click and drag. See, like vector imaging, it will bend that thing apart, and again, see here it bended again. So put it over here. 1 second. See, we have created a bounding box wherein you can put anything if you want. This bounding box mainly we use for filling colors and all. 1 second, I'll just remove these things. Should go here, here. So, yeah, this should go here. Yeah. See, once we have created the path, if you want to fill it with any color, just go to the layer panel. If it's not it's not showing in your device, just go to Windows, and there you can find View and then Layers. So it will be shown to you, and go over here in the middle thing. You will get so many options of solid, gradient, pattern. These three things we use mostly. For entering a plain color or solid color, we use solid color. For for putting a gradient and also like from one color to another color, it gradually goes changing. Then you can use gradient, and also you can use pattern. The predefined patterns are there in Photoshop, and you can create your own pattern also. And for now, I will go to solid color. See here, I told you the hexa code that you're going to use, the RGB code. So here you can put that hexa code. I'll just put this code only for now, and I need this color, right? So get your eyedropper tool to pick any color from design, and you can invoke it by pressing I. And if you press anywhere where when you want to pick the color, it will pick that color, and see here, it will store that. So if you click over here, the hexa code of that will be shown over here. You can copy it, Control C or Command C if you're using Mac. Okay. And the colors are not permanent over here. You can change it anytime. You can go to here. Sorry, 1 second. The colors. If you double click on the thumbnail, this thumbnail, if you double click, you'll see that color changing thing pop up. You can paste the hexa code that you copied initially over here and see how it changes. The color of that will change. Then again, if it's fixed that you think that this is the final version of the design that you are using, and you are confident about this part, only the curve part, then you can lock it, so that if you are scrambling around and if you are doing some other stuff on the page, this will not disturb you. It will not get affected. If you use select tool and you want to drag it, it won't drag. But if it's unlocked, you can drag it. This may happen that if you do not intentionally want to drag it, and you will select other elements from the design, and it will automatically select this part also, and you will drag and edit this thing also. So if you are confident about this part, that this one is the final version, then just lock it. It's a common design procedure that we follow. Yeah, fine. Then again, next part. So here you see this part is done, and now we want to give a backdrop like this. The light blue part, if you're using a turquoise part, this backdrop part. So we can use it with pen tool also, but see, while using pen tool, it's not tedious to work on some squares or rectangles or circle. There are some predefined tools for it. For creating squares or rectangle, you have given this tool, where you can see circle tool, rectangle tool, rounded rectangle tool, and in the custom shape tool also. You can use that in your design rather than creating the circle or this thing from scratch or from by the pen tool. For now, we'll delete this. Paths, work path, delete, layer. Yeah, we'll come to layer, and we'll select the 1 second. We'll select rectangle tool. See here, you see the upper part of the rectangle is sharp, upper corner, and the lower corner is rounded. We have given some radius to it so that it appears as rounded. I will change it. I'll show you how. Just create the rectangle. See here, you can see while creating the rectangle or whatever shape, only the border part is appearing. The fill part is invisible, like it's all transparent. So if you want to just change it and swap it, just go to this part, the properties of the layer. See this rectangle part. If you want to invoke this, you can select the rectangle, this rectangle. You can go to this thing, the properties. Here you can see the fill. This is fill and this is border. So you don't want border over here. You click it and just disable it. You want to fill it, go to this part and fill it. If you want the hexa code of this, wait, I'll send it on chat. I hope someone is doing this Photoshop not installed. I can't help it now. I'm saying the hexacode in chat that you can follow. I share the poster. Is there any media sharing feature in this GoToMeeting? I don't know. One second. Hello. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, sure. Yeah. One second, I'll send you this hexacode. The machine is lagging a bit. Sorry for the interruption. Zero F1519. Hello. Yes, sir. No, it will not take more than 5 minutes to install the fonts. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Sorry for the interruption. I can't paste anything over here. Uh, this. The chat box is not working for me. It seems I can't paste anything over there. I'll just spell it out. The hex code, the six digit code, and just put it anywhere, or someone please put in the chat. For a darker color, you see over here, it's 0F1519. I repeat, it's 0F1519. Indent, and then for the this color, the lighter color, I'll send you 37878C. 37878C. This is 37878C. It's in the chat. You can just copy it. I'll move further. See here, you can see this round box thing. You can achieve it by giving radius to this rectangle shape. Just select the shape, go to properties. See here, you see top left radius, top right radius, bottom left radius, and the bottom right radius. If you click this attachment thing, this thing is initially attached. So if you change any one of the value, it will automatically change all four values. We don't want that. We just want the bottom part to be rounded. So we'll just uncheck it. Just click it once. And for the bottom left, we give 250 or anything. Anything beyond the capacity of this will be rounded off to the capacity of this. So if you give 500, it will also be rounded off, and it will be the maximum roundness that you can give. So just give 500. See, this is rounded off to 250 and 250. So 250 was the maximum amount this can be rounded. So this is rounded off to 250 only. We've done this part. This one is done. For now, we have achieved this background thing and this foreground thing. One thing I want to talk about the layers. See over here, I'll just rename it this background color, and this is for ground layer. See, every layer that is upper to any layer. See, the foreground layer is above the background layer. Then it will show like one and the other one. This is the foreground layer. This is the background layer. And if you try to move this down, see, as I did, the foreground layer is below the background layer. Then the canvas also it will go beyond behind the background layer. This is the major part, and the layer part is so important if you want to achieve some canvas and you want to scramble around with so many elements in your design. One second, one chat has come. I'll just see it if there is any issue. Let's go to making. Could you please tell again how to color? Okay. One second. See, let's see if you want to color this background layer. Select that layer. Double click on thumbnail. See, as I said, when you have finalized one design, you just lock it. So just because it was locked, you can't change the color of it. So you could not edit the layer because the layer is locked. We'll just unlock it. Double click on thumbnail. You see this box will come. You can paste the hexa code over here that I have sent. 0f1519 for the background layer. And same for this part also. You can just double click on thumbnail and paste the hexacode over there, 37878C. I hope it's clear. Now, the next part. See, this is the dummy part we have done. For any magazine cover, the logo of the magazine or logo of the company that you are working with, the logo of the company that is publishing the magazine, that should come. This is the design prospect that we follow. This should come in the left hand side and the top, and left hand side top, or the right hand side top. If you are putting it on the left hand side top, then the main content of the magazine should come on the right hand side. The upper part only will show the main aspect or main thing of the magazine or whatever the poster you are designing. The below part or the bottom part, this part, it shows the minor the minor details or the minor information that you want to give to the audience. Let's say if you want to give some registration details for some event, if you are designing a poster for event and you want to give some registration details, so on the front part, or I say the above part, you show how the event goes, what the event is, and what the event resembles. How can you get benefited from the event? So here I have shown for this cover, I have basically sticked onto the one photography magazine, and this edition of the magazine is sticked onto the mobile photography. So here this part shows clearly you can see from the picture itself that the magazine will show the magazine is based on the photography theme. And again this part shows the major thing of this edition, that this edition is sticked onto mobile photography thing. So I've seen I have wrote it over here that picture ready everywhere. If you have mobile everywhere, you can keep pictures everywhere. So this phrase also impacts a lot. You can't just simply put text. You like I put picture ready everywhere. You can also put taking mobile pictures everywhere, but that will not be very impactful. You have to be very creative with it so that it impacts the audience, and audience gets the overview of it in a simple and sweet sentence. So if I say picture ready everywhere, so the audience will think, yeah, everywhere I go, I'll be picture ready and I'll click pictures. I'll be able to click pictures, and I'll be able to get creative. Then again, the major article of this I've shown over here, the mobile photography. This edition is based on mobile photography. So I've given the heading, and this is just a dummy text. You can put some 2 or 3 lines summary of the mobile photography or anything. Yeah, so this part is done. The below part I'll explain later. We'll just design it till here, and then after we will explain this part, and we'll go further. So now, as I said, the logo part should come over here. This is just a dummy logo I created. So I'll just try to create it once again over here. See here, you can see this part comprises of 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. As you have seen earlier, while creating this rectangle, I created this rectangle. Initially, only the border was visible. The fill part was invisible. See here also, only the border is visible. The fill part is not visible. I'll go to this part and I'll just select the circle tool. One second, the circle tool, and see. I'll just give an overview of circle tool first. Just click on this layer. The whatever layer which is active and you're working again on some other layer, the layer that will be created will be above that layer. If you select this layer, background layer, and you create some layer, it will go in between these 2 layers. And if you choose this layer and create some other layer, it will go above to that layer. So and again, yeah, I'll show you how the circle thing works. See, if you create a circle like this is not a circle, right? This is not a proper circle. I'll just give it on border. Give it. Fine. Yeah, this is not a proper circle. So let's say if you're just using rough hand to draw a circle, and rough hand is so hard to like achieve the perfect circle and all. So if you want to create a perfect circle, just hold shift on your keyboard and drag it. A perfect circle will be created, or whatever radius you want. See, the width and height is also displayed. So if you want to stick on to some width or height that is being given by the company or given by the design lead or anything, you can just check it over here and go to the specific width or height and just leave it. One thing you keep in mind while using shift and sorry, sorry. One second. Yeah, create another layer. Circle. Just create another layer, and while dragging and holding shift, do not, I repeat, do not leave the shift in between. If you want to finalize the circle, leave your left mouse button first, then shift, or else it will be deflected. The circle will get deflected. I repeat, if you hold shift and draw a perfect circle, leave the left mouse button first and then the shift button. I'll create the logo now. I hope everyone has done till here. Just go to this part, create, select, you can select colors like this also. Check any off-white color. I'll go with E5, E5, E5. I'll put it on chat also. E5, E5, E5. Select the circle tool, draw it over here. Done. I think the color has not come. So go to the shape tool. So link to open, but software was not downloaded. Which software you into very specific? The Photoshop or what? You need to install Photoshop first. No, I informed it to your organizers earlier only that the participants should install Photoshop. It's okay. Just go through this demonstration. Anyhow, the organizer will send you the recorded video. Just install Photoshop and follow along the video. You'll be able to achieve the same thing. See, select this here. The logo part is white, and here I've got this color logo. I want it as white, the off-white to be very specific, the E5, E5, E5 color. I'll go to, I'll just select the layer. I'll go to this part and the border thing. This is fill thing and this is the border thing. I'll go to border, choose this part. If you want to give some hexa code, or the recently used colors also appear over here. So you can directly choose from here. See, this color is E5, E5, E5. I know that because I chose it. This is the most recent color I chose. So the most recent color will come first, then the second recent, the third recent, the fourth recent. So I'll choose from here only. See how it goes. Then again, I'll create 2 or 3. So how to apply border on circle. So say see, I'll show you. Let's say select another layer, just dummy layer, one circle. Let's say, for example, initially you have a circle like this. You got a circle like this. You go to properties, go to shape details, The first one is for fill, the second one is for border. If you don't want fill, just click on that thumbnail and click on this part. It will like deselect that. The fill part will be invisible. And then again, if you want border onto it, go to the border part, save details, border part, and choose the color of the border you want. For now, we'll choose this color. And again, if you want to choose the width of the border, go to the third option. You can choose the width of the border also. See how the border changes. You can also choose border as dotted or some other patterns also with the fourth thing over here. See, dashed or dotted. We'll just choose this and delete that for now. I hope you got it. Color code for the circle. This is E5, E5, E5. I've shared it with in the chat. E5, E5, E5. I'll delete this layer again. Just dummy I'm creating. You can create it anything like that. Yeah, just stick onto it. This shape and this shape, both the shape I'll lock it so that it won't affect me while editing in the editing process. Until this layer one is of no use, I'll delete it. This eclipse, I'll rename it as logo. Select it, choose press V on your keyboard or just select this part, the first one, the move tool. Press on the layer and you can move it around any way you want. So I'll just move it a little up. Yeah, fine. You can also use arrow keys for moving the elements. Just select the layer and use arrow keys up, down, left, anything. It's one frame by frame, one pixel by pixel it moves. So it gives you a very precise location of the location where you want to put the element. And again, this part is done. This is not same as this, but this is just a dummy logo that I'm using. Again, so we'll come to this part, the addition part. I hope till now everyone has got it. Everyone has completed till here. Now we'll go to this part. See, in this rectangle, we give the radius to the bottom left and bottom right. But here in the addition part, you can see this round thing and this round thing. We have given the radius to top right and bottom right so that it gets rounded. I'll create this. I'll create it with using rectangle only. Go to rectangle tool. If you want to use any of these, just press and hold on the tool. You'll get a list of that. Go to the tool you want and just leave the mouse button. That tool will be selected. We'll recreate this part. So from here, press and hold shift for square. As we used in circle for perfect circle, we press and hold shift and excuse me. For rectangle tool, if you want to create a perfect square, you have to press and hold shift. So now, yeah, press and hold shift. Take anywhere amount you want, whatever with the radius you want, just leave it. Now also see, as it appeared over here in circle, only the border part is visible and the fill part is invisible. We'll change it over here. Rectangle tool, select the rectangle tool, go to properties here, save details. Yeah, save details here. The fill part, this color, and the border part, I'll just remove it. Now, if you see, the top right and the bottom right, it's is somehow rounded. So to achieve that,
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬೆಲಿಸಾಕ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಮನೆ
sorry,
ಕಡೆ
please,
ಗಣೇಶ್ ಗುಡಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸರ್ ಮನೆ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಗುಡಿ ಐತೆ ಹಿಂಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸರ್ ಮನೆ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಗುಡಿ
please mute your mic, please. Yeah, thank you. Select the square thing that you have created. Then again, if you just check this part and change the radius of it, all the corners will get rounded. We don't want that. We just want the top right and the bottom right. So uncheck this part and give them some pixel. I'll say 50. Yeah, 50 should work. And the bottom right, again 50. Yeah, this part is done. The 50-50, you know. These two corners are sharp and these two corners are rounded. Again, if you are happy with the design and if you are happy with the square thing that you have created, again, just lock it. It's a design rule that we follow. We lock everything. We lock everything that is finalized. Then again, this shape part is done. We wanna overlay this edition 16 part. The edition 16 is the edition of the magazine that we are publishing. So I hope you all got the font file that has been shared with you. The one folder is the railway. And there are some fonts in that. Just install those fonts. We'll be using those fonts only for this design. Given the chat if you face any problem. I hope everyone installed this font on their machines. Yeah, again, go to type tool. You can just click it over here, or you can just press T on your keyboard to invoke the type tool. I repeat, you can press T on your keyboard to invoke the type tool. If you overlay on any shape, you see this rounded thing that comes beyond the cursor that says the bounding box of the text will be restricted to the shape only. So if you will click over here, see the bounding box of the text, it is restricted to the shape that we have been working on, the rectangle. We don't want that. Just cancel it. Here only we'll put edition. See, the text is too small. If you want to enlarge it, just Control A for select all, and you can use Command Shift and angular braces. You know, the right angular braces just above your Alt key, if I'm not wrong. Just press that. Keep on pressing to increase that, or else alternatively, you can also select the text, press Control T or Command T. It will invoke the type tool. Here you can see the font I am using, Railway, and the version of it, the extra light version. We don't want extra lights, sorry, I'll be using light for edition. And again, if you hover over to this font part, the size of the font, you can see this arrow thing. Click on that. If you go left, it will decrease the font. If you go right, it will increase the font size. I hope you all got it. So I'll just go through and create some like this. Yeah, fine. Press Command T or Control T to save, or alternatively you can also press over here to finalize it. Also, you see, if I drag it over here, it's not visible. This is not because of the layer thing. This is because the color of both the rectangle, the shape that we are overlaying, and the text, these are the same. We'll change the color of this text. Control A or Command A. Click over here to to change the color. And again, the color code that I mentioned, the color of the logo that we are using, the same color we'll be using, E5, E5, E5. Press OK. Control Enter to save. Press V to invoke the drag tool. Just drag it over here. Addition. Again, addition part is done. It will not be the properly same as this. I have not measured the font size or the box sizes. I'll be just going rough through all this. The fine work you can do in the post processing also. Just decrease it, and we also want this 16. Press T. 16. Same. You want to increase the font. Also, if you want to stick onto this only, and you think it's not tedious to increase the font, you can also just select the move tool, select it, press Ctrl T or Command T, hold Shift so that you don't lose the aspect ratio of it, and drag it. It will increase the font size. Press Ctrl Enter, Command Enter. Addition 16. It's done. I hope you all have done. If you type in the chat if you face any problem. See, this font is not railway. I missed it in while creating it. Use this font only, railway. If you want, you can just change the light thing to medium. Yeah, medium. This will work. Yeah. I'll go further. I'll go with this part, the picture part. See, you see over here, there are two layers. One layer is for picture, and other layer we have given some shadow kind of thing over here. So you don't actually need to crop the image in the circle. You can just create one circle and just clip it to the picture. I'll show you how. Sorry, you create a circle. We'll give this and we'll remove the border. Yeah, I think it should go here. See, this one I'll give for the shadow part, and for fill part also I need some other circle or other shape so that we can overlay this image on that shape. So for that, you can either go to layer. Sorry, you can either go to layer, duplicate layer. It will create Eclipse one as Eclipse one. Okay, it will create the duplicate layer of this. See, one more layer, or you can directly press select the layer you want to duplicate. You can press Ctrl Z to duplicate that layer. See, the one other layer has come over here. EC2. Yeah, I'll deflect it somehow here. Wait, just for the instance, I'll change the color of it so that you can see how it goes. You give it pink. This one. Yeah. So I'll deflect it somehow. Use the arrow keys to deflect. Like this. This. Now, to see, this part will cover the picture and this part will be given as a shadow. So now the question is how you clip the image on this part. It's pretty simple. Just go to this. The link we have, the resource I provided. One picture is there on the resource. Select that picture, drag it onto your artboard, leave it. Come. Yeah, skim. Align it on the circle. Press done. You can just please be attentive. This is the crucial part. You can just go to the menu of the layer, select the picture you want, and the layer that you want to clip it to, that should be just below that layer, the layer you want to clip. Select the layer that has to be clipped. Go to menu. You can just create clipping mask over here. Create clipping mask. You clip to that. Alternatively, you can also click Control Alt G, I think, yeah, G. Control Alt G to clip it to this part. Let's say you are not happy with the output and you want to just move around the image so that it looks better. So I'll just select that layer that you want to move, press move tool or press V on your keyboard to invoke the move tool, and you can move it around. I think this part is done. Everyone has done this part. This clipping part is crucial. I'll give some time, 30 to 40 seconds, just complete it, and then we'll go further. I'll just refine it. 1 second. No, we don't want that. No, fine. So this part, this part, this part, this part, and this part is done. We'll move on to this part. The picture ready everywhere, the typographic part. So again, like this tool, press T on your keyboard to invoke the type tool. Click it. You can see, and the bounding box has come. You can press picture of, sorry. This is also getting clipped to this part. We'll drag it over here. And to reverse the clipping, you just use Command Alt or Control Alt G. So it will be visible. Delete it. P picture. Sorry. Ready. Everywhere. Just drag it. Drag it to anywhere you want. See this part. This font is not semi-bold or something. It's more than bold, as you can see. We'll go to layer type properties. This is on medium. I'll change it to semi-bold. And also, I want to change the color of it. Select it. And also, you can see eyedropper tool. If you move your cursor beyond this part, you can see the eyedropper tool. So you can pick colors from your artboard also. If you pick this color, pick, click OK. Sorry, click OK. See, this part is done. Picture ready everywhere. See, this paragraph is right aligned. If you want it to be centered or the left aligned, you can go to here this part, left align, center, or right align. I use it as right align just because of this line. See, if there's any line or symmetric thing that you are following in your design, you have to stick onto it, and this would work as a magnetic thing to your elements. So this line is working as a magnetic thing for this part and this part. That's why the left part is right aligned so that it moves towards the line, and the right part, this part, the mobile photography parts paragraph, is left aligned so that it moves towards the line. So here you have picture ready everywhere thing. We need to achieve this line, right? So this can be achieved in many ways. You can just use line tool, you can use rectangle tool, or you can use brush tool also. So if you use brush tool, you don't have much controls on the graphic that you are designing. So I personally like to go with the rectangle tool only, so that you can, in future, you can change it to any shape you want. So I'll choose the rectangle tool. I'll create a rectangle over here. Just don't bother if it's larger than the actual thing or larger than expected. Just create the rectangle once. Afterwards, you can refine it. See, it's done. The rectangle part is done. I think it's much more broader. It's like pain in the eye. So I'll just select that layer, zoom it. For zooming, you can use Control plus, or for zooming out, you can use Control minus. Zoom it and just make it a little narrower. See, now it looks good, but this is extensive on the upper part and the lower part also. Let's say you want to delete it, but in Photoshop, deleting is not a good practice. If you wanna hide some things, you use masking technique for this. For masking, let's say you have a layer like this, and you want to use only this part. So you use masking tool on this part, and only this part will be visible and the rest of the part will be invisible. I'll show you how. Let's say I create a rectangle. Uh, this, this, this rectangle tool. Yeah. Uh, so to create mask, you can press over here. The second part, select create mask. The mask will be created over here. The mask only works on two colors, white and black. If you use white as a color, then the area that is painted white will be visible to you, and the area that is painted black will be invisible to you. So this part is a layer mask wherein you paint white or black. So see, here I have black color as foreground color and white as background color. You can swap it using this arrow key, or alternatively you can press X on your keyboard to swap that. For now, I need foreground color as black, so I'll choose black. I'll use brush tool. I press D on your keyboard, or just go to brush tool. Right click on the brush tool. Here you can see size of the brush and the hardness of the brush. See, if hardness is minimum, then the feathers, see how gradually color changes. And if the hardness is high, one second. Yeah, see, if the hardness is high, a sudden change in color will be visible. I'll show you how mask works now. So brush tool, you can see over here, it's totally white. Totally white means everything is visible. If you paint an area with black, that will be invisible. So I check the color as black. I'll paint right through it. So see, this is invisible. Let's say if you didn't use masking tool and you deleted it, or in future you need this part for some changes and all. So you will need to recreate it, and that will be much tedious work. So if you have used mask, you can just change the foreground color to white. You can use X on your keyboard to invoke it, and then again paint it over here with white. See, I painted white, and this will be again be visible. The masking tool is very important, and you need to learn it if you're using Photoshop. For now, I'll delete layer mask. I hope everyone will understand. I'll delete this part also. The masking, everyone will understand. So now here we wanna delete upper part and the lower part of this so that it aligns with the paragraph. So for that, we'll create a mask. We'll not delete it. As I said, deleting is not a good practice in Photoshop. We'll create a mask. We'll use selection tool over here, rectangle selection, and we'll select the area we want to be visible. This area we want to be visible. See, if you have used layer mask as full fill as black, then there will be everything invisible. Now we have checked it as full filled with white, so everything is visible. Now if you wanna use only the selected part, you just inverse the selection. You can use Control Shift I on your keyboard to inverse the selection, or else alternatively you can go to select and inverse to select the inverted thing. Now previously this part was selected and these all were unselected. Now these all are selected and this part is unselected as I inverse the selection. Now you can fill in the background color by pressing Control and Delete or Control or Backspace. Sorry, Control or Backspace for Windows, and or you can paint it over here also. For painting, the color should be on foreground. I'll paint it, and for filling, the color should be on the background. In the background, I'll just press Control Backspace. It will see everything except the non-selected area is painted with black. The black thing is filled onto the layer. We'll deselect it, the marching ants thing. We press Control D, or you can select over here also deselect. This part is done. You have learned the masking tools. You can use it anywhere. See, you can use masking to create this circle part also. Yeah, just import the image, create a circle using this thing, LS tool, and just mask it, the picture you want. I'll go to this part, the mobile photography and the paragraph part. Again, we'll place, we'll create another layer. We press one to it. We choose some mobile photography. The color is white, I think. Yeah, white. That's why it's not visible. I'll change the color. Control Enter to save. I'll move it around wherever you want. Yeah. Again, that's it. Control A for selection, and just decrease the font size. This thing, see, this thing was right aligned. See, it inherited the previous type tools properties, and this thing is also right aligned for now. We'll change it to left align, and just 1 second. Control T. Let's move it around over here. Yeah. Okay. Again, here, this is the main heading, this is a subheading, and this will be our paragraph. The main heading is on semi-bold, I think. 1 second, I'll check it. Yeah, it's on semi-bold. So, sorry, this should be picture. So now, we don't actually inherit the heading properties to the subheading or the paragraph. We'll change it so that it looks as subheading. We don't have to tell that it's a subheading. It should be visible. So we'll change it as semi-bold. We'll change it as medium, I think. Yeah, medium should work. Yeah, medium. Now it's clearly distinguishable that this is heading and this is subheading, as it is somehow condensed. Mobile photography. And again, we want a bounding box for this, for the paragraph. This is just dummy text. We'll choose the text tool. And for the bounding box, if you want the text to be bounded on a specific rectangle or specific shape, you just select the type tool, create a box, yeah, and everything will be filled with the dummy text initially, automatically. So you just decrease the font size, yeah, somehow down. No, that's fine. Now you can easily tell, yeah, this is the heading, this is the subheading, and this is the content part. So this should be a summarized paragraph of the whole magazine, so that from by looking at the magazine cover itself, people should understand that, yeah, what am I going to read in whole magazine and what are the contents of the magazine. That should be clearly visible on the front page only. Now this part is done. I think we are running out of time. We'll hurry a bit. Yeah, till here is done. Now for a better user experience, you give a digital copy of the magazine to providers, to the customers also. For that, I have provided a dummy QR code that's attached with the resource file that has been shared to you also. You can create it, or you can just import that in your design. We'll create this part now. So same as creating this rectangle, I'll create this one also. So select the rectangle tool, create a rectangle, go to fill part, choose the fill color, remove the border. Yeah, and we want the upper part of it to be rounded, so is already unchecked. If it's not, then please uncheck it, and you give 500 by 500. It will be automatically be, yeah, see, this is rounded off to 342. It was the maximum capacity of the shape. Again, if you are happy with this, sorry, 500 by 500, yeah, fine. Control Enter, Control D, V, yeah. If you're happy with this, we'll just lock the layer, so that if you overlay any layer onto it, it won't affect the below layer also. Now, you want the QR code to be displayed over here, right? We'll just import the QR code. It's been provided to you. It's in the resource file, QR sample. Just drag it, place it wherever you want. Press Shift and Alt if you want to resize it according to the center. Again, I'll repeat, press Shift and Alt if you want to resize it according to the center. Or if you want to resize it according to any corner, select the opposite corner of it, press Shift and resize. See how these two are different. If you press Shift and Alt from the same corner, if you resize, it will resize according to the center. If you only press Shift, it will resize according to the opposite corner. I hope you got it. I'll just place it. 1 second. Yeah, it's placed. Press Control Enter, or else you can Also, one done box, one check mark will come over here. You can press. Now this part is done. The QR code I have imported and I have placed. Now, same as this curve part, I'll create this curve also. Press new. Press P on your keyboard to invoke the pen tool, or you can press over here also to invoke the pen tool. Press over here. I'll check it once how it is. One here, then one bend over here, another bend here, another bend here. So one bend here, another bend here. I think, yeah, this should work. Again, it will not be same as the previous thing. Again, the path tool is done. The path is created, and same as we created this part, we'll just go to this create solid color, and we'll choose the color as a dark blue color. Press OK. Again, you see, sorry, press selection tool. You see how this part comes over this part. So this is the concept of layer. As a QR sample and the rectangle 3 layer, these two layers are below this color fill layer. That is why this is coming behind this layer. So we'll just toggle it around, and we'll move the color fill layer below the rectangle. Now, you see, we go to path, work path. Sorry, yeah, done. Now you see how the rectangle tool and the QR code is above the color fill layer, and it's showing above that also. I think this part is done, and then again we'll lock this layer also so that we don't mess around with the design. We'll go with this part. This is the same typography thing that we need to follow. This is the aperture that the magazine title, if you want title, yeah. The audience will know from the logo only that the magazine is of this company, or the magazine is named as this. So the logo should be in the front, and the name of it can deflect. It can be somehow small or something, but the logo should be visible, cleared. Now I'll create the aperture. Aperture. Increase the font. Increase the font. Yeah. We'll change the color of it. That is E5, E5, E5. Enter. Yeah. Control Enter to save. We'll just move around. Aperture. I think everyone is getting that. Yeah, good answer. Thank you, sir. Go to aperture. And again, this thing. This part is done. The title we have given. Now the subheading part. If you are designing in, let's see. Let's not take example of this magazine cover. Let's take example of any event that you are covering and the poster of which you are making. So on this part, the picture ready everywhere, mobile photography, you will give the title of the event or the summarized thing of the event. But in this part here, the article one or article that was given, you can give the rules of the event or the other things. For every poster or everything design, there must be some subheadings and all that you want to give. So here you can give that. Here I have used an article 1 and article 2. There must be some other articles also in the magazine that you want to showcase. So we have given this over here. We'll just recreate it. Just article 1. Just resize it. Yeah, resize it. I think this should be on light. No, sorry. Medium only will go with medium only. Medium. Again. Yeah. Command A to select. enter. Yeah, and the same as this part where we created the bounding box. We'll create one another bounding box over here for the details. And we'll fill it with some text. Got it? And yeah, so let's see. The background part is logged. We'll select these two by dragging onto it. These two layers will be selected. See here, these two all are selected. Press Alt on your keyboard. This move tool should be active. Press Alt on your keyboard and just drag it. See, one other copy of this layer will be made. If you want to align it with the layer that you are copying, you can also press and hold Shift. If you press and hold Shift, this will be aligned vertically, horizontally. And if you move here, it will be aligned vertically. If you are holding Shift, if you leave Shift, you can move around anywhere. So for now, I'll hold Shift as I have to align it horizontally, and yeah, it's all aligned. I'll move it. Just move this one little. Yeah, move aperture a little bit. Yeah, fine. I hope till here everyone has got. And again, we'll give some website or some follow-up page for the viewer. So we'll select this layer, website. Let's say www.abcdefgh.com. Anything. We'll just increase the font. Again, we'll change the stroke of it to light. Yeah, light should work. Light. We'll place it over here. Fine. So now you see, not an exact replica, but some walkthrough of how you can create this type of look over here. Now you see everything on the front part is done, but these things you see, the extra design part that makes the design look aesthetic. We'll work on this. See, till now you could have understood that how you can recreate this thing. I'll do it, but I want you to do it on your own if you are ready. I'll give you some time. Give it a try. I'll start after 1 minute or so. Just keep in mind that these all layers are behind these all layers. The background layers are behind this blue layer, the picture layer, the text layer, and this QR code layer also, so that it won't come above this layer and overlap all the stuff that you have created. I think we're running out of time. I'll just hurry. I'll do it. We'll go to this part, the background, this one, yeah, this one. Behind this, the background, yeah. From the background part only, we'll do. Go to background, the lowest layer, create another layer, and we'll just create one rectangle. Yeah. One rectangle for the background. Yeah. We'll remove the border, and we'll give the color as E5, I think. No, some other off-white color, a lighter one. This should work. One lighter color. Okay. Again, same. We'll lock this layer. Now you want these curves. This one, this one. So again, go to pen tool. Sorry, go to pen tool. Press P on your keyboard to invoke it. and we'll just start from here, create it till here. So we'll start from here, we'll go till now here, we'll go like this or so, yeah, this and this. Then now we have created the bounding box. We'll go to solid color. We want E5, E5, E5 here. This curve is created. The other curve, this curve will create here, here, here. The bounding box is created. Go to solid color. Again, E5, E5, E5. Oh, sorry, I think no, it's already done. Yeah. Now you want this circle things, the circle shape. Same on the same layer. You can choose the circle tool. Circle around anywhere you want. Just go with your design thinking, go creative, do anything. Fine. So this is the final output that we have created. I hope everyone has got it. Any question, you can put it on chat now. If you are stuck anywhere, you can put it on chat, or if you want any more specific information about any tool, then you can put on chat.
Thank you, sir. I request all the participants to just share their opinion, or if you have any questions, please put it in a chat box so that we can clear the questions, sir. Yes, participants can ask questions in a chat box now.
How to place the picture in the circle? Yeah, wait. See this part. This is the picture you want to place. Just import the picture. I hope you are able to import the picture. Just drag and drop from the Explorer or anything. Just drop it here for now. Here, yeah. For now, I'll just disable this layer. You can toggle I tool to disable it. Any layer. See this thing also. You can just toggle I tool to disable any layer. I'll disable it, and see the layer you want to clip it. The layer you want to put on any shape. The shape should be below the layer that you want to clip. See this layer I want to clip, the photography, the photograph picture layer. So I'll select that layer, and the layer that you want to clip it on should be below that layer only. See this layer, the pink circle thing you see here, it's below that layer only. Now select the layer you want to clip, that you want to put, and go to the menu in the layer and press create clipping mask. You clip it. Alternatively, if you want to go with the shortcut thing, you can also press Control Alt and G on your keyboard to clip it. I hope it's clear. Showing in Illustrator, yeah, the same thing you can do in Illustrator. I hope. I think we don't have much time. I'll show you some overview in Illustrator how you can do this. The full thing is not possible now, I think. This thing is clear. The clipping mask. Attendee 74. Can you just confirm it?
ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತಾನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
Attendee 74, please can you confirm if you are okay with it and you understood the concept? Yeah, thank you. Now see, on Illustrator, I'll show you some walkthrough how you can do the same thing. The whole thing is not possible now, I think. Open Illustrator. Go with the letter pad only. It's creative. One second. Just take 5 to 10 minutes to explain it. The concept only I will explain. The whole design part is not possible now. See, as you have seen in Photoshop layers panel, here also you have some layers. You have new layer option over here. You can create any number of layers you want. And see, in I explained earlier the raster image thing and the vector image thing. Hello. Yeah, thank you. Now, here, as I mentioned, in Photoshop, I change the roundness of the circle, or you can say the rectangle. You can do it over here also. In Photoshop, you had some properties option for border and fill. Here you have these two. This one is fill and this one is stroke. If you press on fill, double click, you choose any color, press OK, it will automatically fill it. And let's say you don't want the border part, you just go on the border part, press over here, it will disable it. Now let's see how you can round the corners of it. You see these small circles, small dotted things. You just click on it, drag it, then you can round it. It's so easy in Illustrator than in Photoshop to round the corners. But let's say we just want the bottom part of it to be rounded. So just don't press and drag. Just click on the corner you want to drag. Sorry, press A on your keyboard. Click on the corner you want to drag, you want to round, and just drag it. Then again this one, just drag it. You can do it. And let's say you want two corners to be rounded simultaneously or parallelly. Then click one corner, press and hold shift, click other corner, and just drag it. It will get rounded. Now, if you wanna clip it as we have shown in Photoshop, if you wanna clip it, clip some picture onto it, we'll create a circle. You wanna clip, and then 1 second, the picture. On the picture, I'll import. It's important. It's too large. We'll just Shift Alt. Make sure it fits. And rather than Photoshop, where the shape you want to clip it on should be below the layer, here it's vice versa over here. You have to place the layer you want, the shape you want to clip above the layer you want to be clipped. So the circle tool will be above the image layer. Select both the layers, the ellipse layer and the picture layer. Go to objects, clipping mask, then make. See how it clips. So these are all the things you can do in Illustrator. This is same as Photoshop, but here, if you create a design in Illustrator, you'll be able to resize it to any size you say. But in Photoshop, you are restricted to one size. If you want to go beyond that, the picture will get pixelated. Any doubts? You can put it on chat now. So I'm done with this part. If you have any doubt, you can put it on chat.
So all participants, we will try to send the video for all the participants, recorded video. So you can just go through that and we may be getting all the answers over there. Thank you, sir. Sir,
1,58,900 CR plus you got 1,200 into 12 months sir.
Now I request Dr. S.P. Shivank sir, HOD, Professor and HOD of EEE Department, to give the vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Myself, Dr. Shivank Kumar, the HOD of EEE Department, RYMSc. It is my bounded duty to give vote of thanks. My sincere thanks to our chairman, Sir Sri J. Suraj sir, for his constant support and encouragement for such activities in our college. Thank you very much, sir. We are grateful to our today's expert, Sri Shivank Kumar, for his wonderful training, sir. I am also grateful to our Institute IQAC coordinator, Dr. Veeragangadhar Swami, for his helping and providing this opportunity. Thank you very much, sir. I am also very much thankful to our beloved principal, Dr. K. Veeresh, sir, for his constant and continuous support, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I am grateful to our vice principals, Dr. Hanuman Reddy, sir, and Dr. Savita Sonali, madam, for their cooperation. I extend my thanks to Dr. U. Netravati, Shanvasappa, Kumar, Divakar, Shiv Kumar for the help in organizing the webinar. Last but not the least, my sincere thanks to our faculty members of EEE Department and participants from all over the country. Thank you one and all. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. So we are going to share the feedback link in the chat box. So all participants are requested to go through the feedback link, fill the feedback link so that you can get the certificate for your registered email. And also we will try to we'll share the recorded video to your mail IDs. If you have any questions, you can go through the videos so that you will get the solution over there. And thank you all. Please fill the feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Shall I leave?
I also thanks resource person. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your sharing the knowledge over there regarding the Photoshop. And thank you.
Shivank sir, thank you so much. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. I got the opportunity, man.
Yeah, being finally a student, really you have.
Hello.
Thank you, Shivank. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, man.
Shivanand, it was a nice presentation.
Feedback link is shared in the chat box. Please fill the same.
Shivanand, I think it's the tip of the iceberg.
Can you please get the feedback with me also? I'll just go through it if you get the feedback.
Yeah. So hands-on experience was really good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. If any of the faculty want to share their opinion, you can share now.
Thank you, Shivank.
Yes, any faculty want to share their opinion regarding this webinar, you can share it now. You can unmute yourself and you can talk. The feedback link is available. Kindly go through the feedback link and fill it. I hope this session has been useful for you guys. Try try to install the software and then go through the video and practice it. So thank you all. Thank you for the patience and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅದೇ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡು
Start.